and their mouthpiece are before the people's palace. Remove that which obstructs them, and let the king and they who guide and protect our people see and interact with each other for the good of the people.
Gunandida, 14th of Afiku. Igwe.
The eyes that sees the gods and our ancestors. The mouth that speaks the language of humans and the spirits. Gunandida greets you.
That is worn on the wrist does not need a mirror to be seen, Your Majesty. We have seen it all in my hands. They that oversee the affairs of our people and direct our destiny have released the effigy of Yoda. And that's required by me, by customs and tradition. To you, I release it. Igwe, I've played my part. Play yours.
My part I shall play very well. I promise. My gratitude to you and the gods.
My blessings, that of our gods and our ancestors, I live with you. Peace.
Summon all the members of the Royal Council immediately.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Aris! Reales! Aris is Malay. Relays more. Karashina Puja! Karashina Puja! Aris is Malay. Relays more. Karashina Puja! I bow to your lordship, masters of the realm. Welcome and thank you once again for answering my call. My client and your loyal servant, Chief Onwoka, is here. He needs your help. According to him, they are listening, Chief.
Welcome, my lord. Welcome. The prince of my kingdom is about to get married. I desire him to be husband to my only daughter, who is the love of my life. That is why I am here. I need your help.
The prince and your daughter are friends since their childhood days, but they are not in love.
Make the prince to fall in love with her.
Their souls will be invoked and glued together spiritually to avoid the risk of complications now or later.
No, not after what happened when I tried using spiritual means to get my son to become the governor of the state. I did not know that his opponent was dedicated to the lords of the 7 seas, and everything ended in disaster. I don't want any other of my child to be involved in anything spiritual. My son is now a complete vegetable in America. So please, I want this done without involving Jacinta spiritually.
Is that all?
Yes.
Alice! Alice! Alice stays Malay. Relax no. Karashina Puja. Karashina Puja. Well, to grant your request without involving your daughter spiritually can only be done with you actively involved. Are you ready to do it?
Yes. Yes, Lord Oloko. I am ready. I am ready to do whatever it takes.
Yes, no. Karashida Puja. Karashida Puja. Yes, no. Karashida Puja. Karashina Puja. This really stay smally. Go to the Igwe and discuss the idea of the marriage with him. Once you do, the egg will spiritually leave you and possess him. With that, he will not only be convinced, but will also champion the idea as if it is his most pressing ambition. Once he talks to the sun, the egg will possess him too. And he will agree without questions. Because you don't want the masters of the realm to do any work on your daughter's side, they will never get involved. Getting her to marry the prince is therefore your sole responsibility.
It's not a problem, Lord Oloko. That is not a problem. Jacinta has never refused me anything. I will get her on board, I assure you.
Then, good luck.
Thank you.
Ugwu na ndịda, ugumba nke mbụ. Eneke, carry that carton to the Royal Liquor store, and from there join your colleagues outside.
As Your Majesty pleases.
Once again, welcome to the People's Palace. Chief Omuka, my good friend. Thank you for receiving me as always, Your Majesty. This is not the first time you have given the gift of drink. Even before I ascended the throne of my fathers, such was a sort of tradition on your part. This is the first time you are doing it with a request that I grant you a private audience. Is anything the matter? Oh, yes, Your Majesty. Mine was not one of the noble families in Afikpo Kingdom. Your grandfather, it was.
who appointed my grandfather into the royal council. Your Majesty, there were many other qualified families. Your grandfather appointed mine to the royal council. He conferred nobility to a common family. And that friendship has spanned through to our fathers and to you and I. And today, Your Majesty, there is no better, trustworthy, and supportive friend than you since my childhood.
Same here. But why are you talking as if I needed a reminder of all that?
Your Majesty, the return of the effigy of Iona signifies that the process to the succession of the throne has begun. And the prince is not married or engaged, or is he?
No, he's not. But why do you ask?
Your Majesty, I remember you hated so much the idea of the gods choosing a bride for you in your own time. It was my wife and I that hooked you up to her best friend, your late wife, 2 weeks before your installation as the crown prince, thereby freeing you from that tradition. Why are you not doing the same for your only son? Why allow him boxed into a corner by the gods in his choice of a bride?
It was not my father's idea to circumvent the tradition in my time. It was my choice, my idea. At 30, and with 2 degrees from Harvard, Melvin is not a child that should be decided for and things like that. And I am too educated and progressive-minded to know and respect this, my good friend.
Your Majesty, our friendship has spanned through to 4 generations. And in my considered opinion, this is the time to take it a step further. Let us bring them together. Let us bring our children, Jacinta and Melvin, together as husband and wife. That way, we will be in-laws as well as friends. What do you think, Your Majesty?
Brilliant idea. So good that if noted, Melvin is already airborne on his way back to the country as we speak. I would have called him and ordered him to go straight to Jacinta right there in America and propose to her. But please, call her to come back home immediately.
And why is that important?
A candidate to the throne of our fief, as a matter of tradition, must propose to his future wife face to face. Anything other than that is null and void.
Oh, really? Really? I did not know this. I did not know this, really. I will bring her back to the country immediately. Ugu Nandida. Cheers, your daddy.
Hey Dad, good evening.
Good morning, dear. It's 7 a.m. here.
My bad. Sorry Dad, I keep missing the differences in time zone each time I'm in California.
Oh, you're in California?
Yeah, it's in the capital city of the state, Sacramento precisely. I arrived here from Harvard 4 days back to conduct some field research for my PhD thesis. Sorry I didn't call to tell you. It's been very hectic here and the winter weather is not helping matters at all.
I know. I understand. How is it going? How long would it take you to finish your research?
I'm already done with the part of it that brought me here to Sacramento. The field work I mean, just compiling notes, so give and take, I should be out of here by the weekend.
That would be in about 4 days. Okay. Angel, how about giving Daddy some weeks of your time after that?
Give you a few weeks of my time. Are you coming to America?
Oh, no, dear. I want you to come down. I want you to come down and spend some time giving your daddy some of your wonderful company. Well, that will give you a break from your studies and the harsh winter cold, you know. How about that?
Fantastic idea. But
what?
I'm so chopped up with time now, Dad. I have only 6 months to conclude my doctorate program here. And I'm almost running behind schedule in my work already. Come on, Dad. Just last week I told you that if I ever leave what I'm doing here to make any form of travel, even for a few days, I'll run into trouble in my academic program. Why are you now?
Oh, yes. Well, Angel, something very important for your present and future and that of the entire family just cropped up. And you have to be physically present for us to manage it. And it's quite urgent.
Dad, what is it that you consider so important that you're asking me to risk ruining an academic program that I have devoted the better part of my life in the past 18 months and come back to Nigeria for?
Angel, I know you have put in a lot in your studies. Yes, I do. And that has actually cost me quite a fortune, you know. But that is nothing compared to what is at stake here.
Interesting. And you don't think I deserve to know what is it before packing my bags and heading home?
Do you think that I would involve you and the entire family in something that is not in our best interest? And ask you to make such a big sacrifice for something that is not worth it? Do you?
Dad, for goodness sake, you are talking to a 26-year-old Harvard-trained lady. A PhD student of the same school. Tell me what is it or you forget it, please.
I'll call you back. I'll call you back.
Dad?
Yes. Once she starts reminding of her age, she's ready to snap happily for any more word not carefully said. She's such a stubborn girl. But if I had wished the discussion any further now, she would have ended it herself and refused to talk to me. To say you have talked to me for weeks, not months. No, I can't listen to such. I can't, but I really love him and
You are still insisting? It's okay. I understand. I will tell your father to call you, and he will explain everything to you. Yes, it must be him. Okay, dear. Bye. She's still insisting. Even with you, the king, talking to her and telling her all the things you said to my hearing about the need her to do as her father wanted. Chifonwoka, Jacinta is not an ordinary fool. She is a highly educated and sophisticated lady. To me, she's not as stubborn and unreasonable as you think. She is only behaving as a lady in her class with you. No one else can tell her. A man after her heart like Prince Melvin can. Chifonka, as far as you and I know, Jacinta and Melvin are just close friends. If they are in love, they have not told us, not shown it. Even if they are, the same tradition that prevents the prince from proposing to a lady in absentia also forbids him from engaging in any discussion that will lead to that, except they are physically present. Come. Why are you insisting that you don't want to let her know when we're asking her to come home? Your Majesty, like you said, Jacinta, my daughter, is a highly educated and a sophisticated young lady. And you see, Your Majesty, I am taking my time and being very cautious on broaching on the topic so that I do not say anything or do anything that she will consider an insult to her sensibility. This idea of asking her to leave something which she considers central to her life and come home so that her childhood friend can propose to her is something I... Chifonka, that is our tradition. Try and convince her to come back home anyhow you can. As for the prince, I will try to make him pray along as soon as he comes back home. It's all right, Your Majesty. I will get her back. Just work on the prince. Oh, as for the prince, leave that to me. He said, don't leave. Ugunandida. Ugumbangembo.
Good to see you, Dad. You're looking healthy and nice. My others, I need you. I don't want to flout tradition. Alright. Whoa! Home sweet home!
I'm glad you agreed to resign your lucrative employment in Boston. As soon as I called you to tell you what happened and the implication. Honestly, since the day you decided to stay back in America and work after your degree program in Harvard, instead of coming back home to run the family business as agreed, my greatest fear has been that you will make a decision that might destroy our dynasty when the time comes, as it has now.
Come on, Dad. You and Mom gave me the best African upbringing any child could ask for. So Harvard or no Harvard, I know who I am. This is my route.
Thank you for those words, son. I am so proud of you.
I'm proud of you too, Dad. You're my hero.
Again, I am proud of you. Really proud of you. Back to the issue that brought you back home. Have you anyone in your life now?
That I have been so busy over the years acquiring degrees and building a career for myself in the American corporate world that I haven't really given a thought and time to having a good relationship with any lady. And that really worries me now.
Worries you?
Yes, Dad. The fear of being left with no other option than to go as the tradition says. What if the girl the gods will choose for me happens to be somebody I don't love? I'll be subjected to living with someone I don't feel anything for the rest of my life. That's scary, Dad.
Exactly the way it was during my time. But unlike you, I did not resign to fate. I put in my all in search of a wife and successfully built a love relationship with your late mother. In fact, I engaged her 2 weeks before my installation as the crown prince, and we lived happily thereafter, which you can attest to before she died 6 years ago. Why don't you try doing the same thing? You see, between the day the effigy of Euda was returned and the installation proper, the prince has 6 weeks he can ask for to prepare himself if he so wishes.
Dad, Mom said yours was easy because Jacinta's mother, who happened to be her very good friend at that time, convinced her to give it a shot with you. I don't have any real friend now aside Jacinta, and she's not even around to help out. Even if she were that, all her friends are Americans, and I don't see any of them agreeing to such rushed arrangement.
Jacinta is your trusted childhood friend. We don't have any blood relationship, just family friends.
Yeah? So, what are you driving at?
Why not her? Or don't you think she could make an excellent queen? What do you say to that, son?
Thank you very much, Your Majesty. I appreciate this. The ball is now in my court. And I give you my words, I will not disappoint you. Thank you once again. Bye. It's time to take the risk and bear it all out to Jacinta. His Majesty was right. The prospect of getting her to play along without giving her every detail for a lady like her is zero. I can't afford to let her spoil the show for me. No, not now that the prince is on board. Jacinta, here I come.
Hello, Dad. I'm sure it's night time in Nigeria. So good evening.
Good evening, dear. Yes, it's precisely bedtime. How are you?
I'm very fine, Dad. You said the last time we spoke you were going to call back, and you neither.
Yes, dear. I was waiting to get more clarity on the issue that I discussed last with you, so that I will be able to answer your questions before calling you back.
I take it that you have it now. For you to call me by bedtime over there.
Yes.
Okay, I'm listening.
Can I talk to you in deep confidence?
Come on, Dad. You've been my best friend and confidant since my childhood. Of course, I will answer whatever question you ask me. And also keep whatever secret you divulge to me, I promise.
Very well then. How well do you know Prince Marvin?
Dad, are you the one asking me that? Maybe and I are childhood friends. You of all people should know that he's even closer to me than my stepbrother Geoffrey. If you mean sexually, know that. Why are you asking?
I will explain later. First, will you have any problem going that far with him?
Now you're making me...
You promise to answer whatever I ask you, Jacinta. So answer me.
Sorry, Dad. I will not answer that question. Unless you first tell me why you are asking.
Now, Jacinta, Prince Marvin is back in the country for his installation as the Crown Prince of Afikpo Kingdom. One of the requirements is that he must choose a bride from the 7 maidens to be named by the gods.
Wait, Dad. Don't tell me that the reason you wanted me to abandon my PhD program and come back to Nigeria immediately is so that I will come to compete for Melvin's hand in marriage with some goddamn local girls.
No, it's not like that, not like that. Our tradition allows him to marry any lady of his choice. If he formally engages her before his installation, Jessica, Prince Marvin has no woman that he is intimate with now.
Yes, I know that.
His father wanted him to propose to you. His Majesty broached the idea with me the very day I called you last. And I think it's a fantastic idea. I didn't open up to you that day because he was yet to get the prince's consent. In fact, he was yet to tell him about it then. Today, Prince Marvin arrived home and he discussed it with him just a while ago. Guess what there? Marvin agreed. But there is a little problem. As a candidate to the throne, our tradition forbids him proposing to a lady unless they are physically together.
And for that, you want me to come back home and... Dad, do you want to hear the truth here?
Yes, dear.
I said I cannot marry Prince Melvin or any other man for that matter.
But why do you say that, my dear?
I don't do men, Dad.
Meaning what exactly?
I'm a lesbian. A total one, Dad. Dad? 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 Are you still there? Deal with it. That's me, that's Jacinta.
I have done all I could do. I have said everything that a father should say to his daughter. But she stuck to her gun, Your Majesty. She will not leave her program and return home. If the prince loves her enough to marry her, and His Majesty approves, then they should find a way to delay the process for at least 6 months when she would be done with her PhD program. Those were her exact words, Your Majesty.
And you gave up just like that, Chief Onwuka?
Well, I mean, that's true. You shouldn't have allowed her. You're her father. You shouldn't have let her just go on and...
Yes, I know. Jacinta made me promise not to raise the issue with her again until she's done with her PhD program. Maybe Your Majesty would find a way to delay the process until 7 months' time. Is it possible?
This is a process fully under the control of the gods, Chief Onwuka, and you know it. Melvin and I are not gods. We live and rule over our people with their approval. I don't see how trying to manipulate the installation process because of your daughter will not incur the awesome wrath of the gods against us.
Oh, well then, let's forget it. Yes, let's forget it. I mean, let's continue to enjoy the warm friendship we have built over the years. Your Majesty, my prince, no hard feelings.
Ancestors of our people, you will see in the dark and light, hear the whisper of a child in the middle of a thunder blast, know the secret of a man both dead and living. Know, and elders of our people are here. You know why they're here? From your infallible vantage position in the spiritual realm, speak now. Name the 7 maidens that you have set aside for another prince to choose his wife from. Speak now! Speak!
Nwegwu and the Ukeja of our people kingdom, we greet you.
We greet you, gods of our ancestors.
Yes, the more. Thank you for keeping the bond between us and men and women of our people.
Thank you, gods of our land.
Men will follow him as the potential brides of Prince Melvin. Ujoma, daughter of Uchechi. Ukechi, daughter of Mazago. Olachi, daughter of Chinweike. Ugonna, daughter of Mazokocha. Ujuma, daughter of Chichijo. Chioma, daughter of Masuko. The 7th maiden will reveal herself in due time. And when she does, we shall confirm it.
This one? How?
Men may be confused and mischievous reason more. Gods are never so. As in this situation, we have done and will continue to do. Let men do theirs in all sincerity, and the prince shall be happy, and our people shall prosper in peace.
Thank you, Grace One. I'm sorry, I almost questioned your wisdom. Thank you once again for speaking in honor of an ancient royal tradition that you have instituted. Thank you, Grace One, once again. No, Uchechi, the rest is in your hands.
Wise one, without the identity of the 7 maiden being...
Gods are wise and infallible. Go, Wenu.
Thank you, wise one. Let us go.
time I was here, you only asked me to go to the Igwe and the prince and make them believe that I had no hard feelings about the turn of events. Then sit back and wait until the gods named the maidens. You said that only then will you and the masters of the realm listen to whatever I have to say.
I just told you to speak. I know. You came here thinking that the seventh maiden the gods did not name might be Jacinta. You are wrong. She is not.
Then who is? And what are the gods up to? Keeping her identity hidden for now.
The masters of the realm are not speaking to me on that one. So to your stated intention, are you still insisting that Jacinta should not be spiritually made to play along?
If it will ever involve spiritually manipulating her soul, yes, I am still insisting. Help me to manipulate the entire process in a way that Prince Melvin would remain unmarried until Jacinta finishes her program at Harvard. Once that happens, I have a plan to make her change her mind and marry him despite her sexual choice.
You sound too confident about that. The egg of eternal compliance is no longer in the prince and his father. Calm down. The egg does not possess people in whom it has no active duty to perform. Your failure to convince Jacinta to come back means it has no business being in the prince and Igwe until she returns. So be careful how you handle them till then, for they are fully in control of their minds now. Now, to your request, once you return home, call.
Igwe! My prince, I greet you.
Are you the mannerless lady I was informed that she literally forced herself into the palace, demanding to see the prince and I immediately?
Yes, your majesty.
And you see nothing wrong with you barging into the palace? Demanding to see royal occupants dressed like a common...
Once girl, your highness. Yes, that is what I do for a living. I do commercial sex business.
And you dared step your abominable feet on the hallowed ground of my palace?
Your majesty, if my presence here is such a bad thing in your kingdom, then I should be commended by you and the prince for coming to do what I came here to do, and not vilified.
What insolence! What insolence! How dare... Guards!
No.
Father, this guy needs to be told. How could she come in here and...
Let me handle it, son. Calm down. Young lady, you sound like someone on a crucial mission.
Yes, your majesty.
Speak.
Thank you, your majesty. I am sorry if I've angered you and the prince. My name is Agatha. I am a native of Ogoja. I have already told you what I do for a living. But I'm not alone in it. One of the ladies your gods named as a potential queen to the prince has been in it with me since our first year in the university. If that was all, I wouldn't have bothered coming here to expose her. Something more damaging and dangerous to the life of the prince here is involved too. Please look at these papers. Sorry if I did wrong bringing it to your notice. I stand ready to defend it anywhere.
Ezeugwu, my prince, did you? Bring her in again.
Udoka, my friend. Are you surprised to see me here? Yes. What are you doing here?
Silence!
Sorry, Your Majesty.
It is obvious you know her very well, Joe.
Yes, Your Majesty.
And I take it that this is true then.
Copies of the results of the HIV test you and I had at the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital last month, girlfriend. Yes. I brought it to them. And I also told them everything about our Ron's activities with politicians in the past 6 years.
Is there any truth in this, Chioma?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Your Highness.
Thank you, Agata. You shall be handsome, very well.
Thank you.
Take her away.
This is a crisis with far-reaching implications. Leaders of our people to be qualified to be named a potential royal bride by the gods. A maiden and her family must not have any criminal record, must not have any hereditary disease, must be fertile, must not have had a child before, nor committed abortion, and must not have any sexually transmitted disease. How could the gods not have known this? How? The chief priest must explain this.
The chief priest? The chief priest to the same God, who from what we now know, no longer see, or are now out to destroy our prince by naming such a maiden amongst his potential brides. Imagine what would have happened to your dynasty if the girl Agatha didn't show up and Chioma ended up as princess wife by hook or by crook. Imagine what would have happened.
What are you driving at, JK?
When the maidens were summoned to the palace, few hours after they were named by the gods, the Onowu told them everything that is involved, all the do's and don'ts, and gave them time to speak up if there is any of them that has any secret that could disqualify her and tarnish the entire process in any way. Did Chioma speak? Did our gods speak? They did not. Who knows what else the other girls and the gods are still hiding from us?
His Majesty asks you to clearly state your point, Icheke.
Let us take charge of the process as a leader of the land, here and now.
How?
Icheke has made himself clear enough. The gods have clearly disappointed us. They may even be against us. In short, I invoke the powers of this council, the council of this ancient kingdom, to overrule the gods of the land.
By invoking the powers of this council, with the ancient offer of this kingdom, Ukechi has tied our hands. We can no longer overrule him. Not even me nor the gods. So we have to take charge as he has requested. I now ask, how?
I suggest we continue with the process with the remaining maidens already named, Your Majesty.
No. I suggest we do away with the maidens completely. Install the prince as the crown prince and leave him to take his time. Search for, find a wife, like a young man looking for a life partner.
Two suggestions. Any other suggestion?
Your Majesty, in the present circumstance, these are the two choices we have to make from. But I am asking council to defer making a choice so that members of the council can go home and examine these choices that we have to make from. Your Majesty.
Two opinions. The installation of the prince is scheduled for 4 days from now. A day before that, this council will reconvene to take a decision by vote. And a decision will be taken by a simple majority vote.
Are you sure Chief is in this case? How can Chief be?
Chief Ida, you don't know this place before?
No, I've not been here before.
Chief Ida,
before. How can Chief be?
Stop there! Sit down there!
Knife? Bros, what is going on?
I said sit down!
Bros, on the bare ground?
If I have to pick myself, I will scatter your body with this dagger.
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, bros, I was asked to go to the airport with you and
see you off to Australia so you can settle down.
Yes, no.
So you are paid for the racket to help ship package for Palace.
Yes, no.
You lie. There have been change of plan.
Change of plan? How?
I need to take you to Australia. I don't need to see you off to Australia anymore. Like this time, you won't go meet your ancestors.
Hey.
You now and Agatha later.
Hey, bros, I beg. Please.
That's what she said. Why are you begging?
Icheke, in this room, yesterday, I asked you a simple question, and you gave me a wise, honest, and simple answer. I asked you, what if I withdraw the 100,000 naira I give you as monthly upkeep, since it was discovered that you have a complicated heart problem? And you answered me honestly that you will simply die hungry or become a beggar. And that was an honest answer. Because with no wife, no family, no properties to sell and earn an income, you will simply die wretched. But I will not withdraw it as I earlier threatened. You earned it when you took Ukechi out of the council meeting and convinced him to do exactly what he did in today's meeting.
You said what? Ukechi, both of you conspired to...
Your son, your only son, is facing a murder charge for the murder of his girlfriend on campus. Am I right?
Chief, he told you and I, when we said in the police custody, that members of a campus cult group killed her in his room on the orders of their leader, who the lady had refused to be his mistress. Have you forgotten?
No, I haven't. I also haven't forgotten that because the police killed the boys in a failed robbery attempt hours after the girl was murdered, the lady's family and the police think that your son is lying in order to save his head.
But Chief, use your influence to help me get the police commissioner to order his officers to write a report in support of my son's story, and they did.
Oh, thank God you remember. Thank God you remember. In his next appearance in court, the police appeared to testify. Uchechi, what if I use the same influence to get the police to change their statement and indict your son? What if the presiding judge, who is my friend, gets the call to sentence your son to death? And what if the governor is influenced by me to endorse quickly the verdict and have your son executed immediately? No. What if? What if?
Please, Chief, please don't do that. That is my only son. He is innocent. Please don't do that to me. If that boy is killed, then I'll be nothing. I swear my life, I will do anything for you. Save the life of my son. If that boy is killed, then it means I'm finished.
You will do anything for me.
I swear with my life that I will do anything for you.
I like that statement.
Please, Chief, what do you want me to do for you? Please.
Nothing much. Really, nothing much. I just want you to vote in favor of discarding the named names, so that the prince can choose a bride for himself when he wants and how he wants. That's all.
Just that?
Just that.
But why? What's so important about this that you are turning to a blackmail? Why?
You want to change your mind?
No, please, Chief, please. I beg of you.
Ukechi.
What if I insist on a DNA test that will expose to the whole world that the first son of your first daughter is your biological son? You're shocked. I know. Chief Onwuka has his way with such information.
Please can't do this to me. We are
we are friends, please. For friendship's sake, please don't do this to me. Please. Hey.
In addition to all that, I am paying you 2 million naira each for your votes and silence hereafter. Nature, more will come if you comply.
Ukechi. There's a story about me I have kept from our people since 1988. When I returned to settle permanently in Afipo, just before my late father joined his ancestors in 1988. I did not voluntarily resign my appointment with the Nigerian Railway Corporation to take care of my sick father, as I told everybody then. I was shocked. My boss at Mpa railway station framed me up and had me sacked without benefits. He did because he caught me in the bed with one of his daughters. To him, a junior staff like me, having an intimate relationship with Rosaline, who just got university admission, then was a sin he could not forgive.
After getting me sacked, he still sent some people who posed him as armed robbers. Robbed our train coach and in the process injected me with a substance that made it impossible for me to have erection from that day on. That was the reason why the 2 wives I had married since then left me shortly after the wedding.
I sold everything my family had to pay one line pastor or native healer after another, all to no avail. I never knew my dilemma was the handiwork of my boss till today when the gods decided to reveal it to me in a way that made me the happiest person in the world. Chine.
Please come.
Uchechi. She is my biological daughter.
Your biological daughter? How? You just said you are impotent.
Rosemary took him for him before that.
Until you here is the resultant child. She did not just come back to you, Ichieke, but the gods have brought her home. Because she is the 7th maiden they promised to unveil in due time. Welcome home, virtuous daughter of our people.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Ogumba, he knows too much already. If he could betray you, despite the leverage you have against him, then how safe is our secret with him?
That is it. What he has in that his returnee daughter is something he would die to protect. Look at him. A castrated bulldog who had no family before today. hungry dog to buy, keep and use, but not anymore. So tell me, how do I deal with him without her?
You are a politician, chief. See Eke and his daughter as your worst political enemy and deal with them once and for all.
Yes, either by disappearance, arranged accidents, poisoning, anyhow. Just anyhow you can do it. Do away with them immediately. See, if my dirty secrets, which he got to know through you, leak to the public, I will expose you to His Majesty and commit suicide.
You said what?
You heard what I said.
And if His Majesty alters a cost against you, holding the offer of Afikpo, you will run mad instantly. Save my son or I will sing to the Igwe.
How dare you? How dare the both of you? How dare you? How dare you? How?
Leave them and listen. Leave them. And listen to me. Yes, leave them. Because you have a bigger problem in me than in them. Even though I don't know what they told you that unsettled you so much.
How dare you? How dare you, castrated dog? How dare you betray me?
Ugumba, if you call influencing members of the council to vote against your wish, today as I did, a betrayer, what do you call the secret plot you are hatching against the Igwe? An embrace?
Sorry, Ichie Eke. Sorry for talking to you that way, actually. Congratulations. Congratulations on your daughter that has just returned. Please, sit down. Sit down, let me explain what this is all about.
Ugumba, it is only a fool who embraces a scorpion and expects not to be stung. I am not such a fool. No, not now that I have a British trained manager in one of the major telecom companies in the country as my own daughter. I am here with the money you bribed me with. I came to return it to you. I'm not here to listen to any explanation or anything from you. Did I remind you that whatever you are up to will not enjoy my support unless it's for the good of the kingdom? Stop it, or I will tell His Majesty everything we have discussed and done so far. Everything, including your own secret, Uchechi and Ogo. No, Uchechi. If you want my lips to remain sealed forever, stop whatever this is all about. Ogo. Simple demand. Isn't it? Goodbye.
Gentlemen.
Chivonka, the condition for my permanent silence is the same as Icheike's.
Listen to me.
Oh yeah. You will never stop with me. You will never stop until what you did to me destroys your both. And every woman born in your both families will be licked like an orange the same way you just licked me.